Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your home for deep dives into South Africa's biggest political developments. Today, we are unpacking a powerful and potentially game-changing move by President Cyril Ramaphosa, the official appointment of a 32-member Eminent Persons Group to lead what's being called the National Dialogue Initiative. Now, this might sound like just another government committee, but trust me, there's far more at stake here. This is a bold attempt to confront the social fractures, political polarization, and painful inequalities still haunting post-apartheid South Africa. Let's get into the details. President Ramaphosa recently announced the formation of this high-level group to lead a countrywide conversation focused on unity, healing, and reconciliation. The group includes leaders from across South African society, civil society activists, religious figures, academics, former judges, business people, and traditional authorities. These are people who command public respect and are known for their integrity. Some of the names on this list are already making headlines. Former Public Protector Thuli Madonsela. Retired Judge Bernard Ngoepe. Former SA Human Rights Commission Chair Advocate Bongani Majola. Anglican Archbishop Thabo Makgoba. And youth activist Zulaikha Patel, who became a national symbol of resistance during the #FeesMustFall protests. These are not random picks. Each one brings credibility, moral weight, and lived experience in dealing with the crises South Africans are grappling with, from inequality and racism, to gender-based violence, political intolerance, and systemic corruption. Ramaphosa says this group will act as both conveners and champions of the national dialogue process, with a mission to develop a framework for deep, inclusive conversations that are not only reflective but solutions-driven. The hope, according to the president, is that the initiative will rekindle the spirit of democratic dialogue that gave birth to our constitution. But this isn't just a come-by moment. The National Dialogue Initiative was originally suggested after the 2017 National Peace and Reconciliation Summit, and only gained urgency after the July 2021 unrest, a violent explosion of frustration and inequality that exposed the fault lines in South Africa's social contract. That unrest saw shopping malls looted, people killed, infrastructure torched, and whole communities traumatized. Let's not forget, it was the worst violence since the dawn of democracy. And the state itself admitted it was caught completely off guard. So, this new dialogue initiative is an attempt to dig deep, to ask tough questions about how the nation can move forward without repeating the mistakes of the past. Can reconciliation be real when inequality persists? Can unity exist when politics remains toxic and divisive? And perhaps most importantly, can we truly build a nation if the youth still feel excluded and ignored? Now, the Eminent Persons Group is expected to get to work quickly. They are due to convene in the coming weeks to lay down the timeline, thematic focus, and engagement model for the national dialogue. Emphasis is being placed on grassroots participation, meaning the voices of ordinary South Africans must be heard. It's not meant to be a top-down process controlled by political elites. In fact, its legitimacy will depend on how accessible and transparent it becomes. But here's where it gets tricky. Many South Africans are skeptical, justifiably so. After all, how many commissions, panels, and summits have been launched in the past 30 years that ended up gathering dust? People are tired of hearing about change, they want to see it. So what makes this different? Ramaphosa insists this isn't just another public relations exercise. He argues that the caliber of people appointed and the commitment to fairness and constitutional values make this a credible process. But he also acknowledges that its success depends on active, honest participation from all sectors of society, government, business, religious communities, NGOs, and most importantly, the people. Let's not forget, we are now in a period of unprecedented political uncertainty. The ANC is facing growing internal divisions. New opposition forces like the MK Party are challenging its historical dominance. And local government structures across the country are breaking under the pressure of mismanagement and service delivery failures. In this volatile context, a national dialogue could either be the beginning of renewal or yet another missed opportunity. There's also the issue of political will. Even the best ideas fail if those in power are unwilling to confront their own shortcomings. Will the state allow uncomfortable truths to surface? Will senior leaders take responsibility for the failures of governance that have eroded public trust? On the other hand, this initiative could be a step toward a more inclusive democracy, one where rural communities, township residents, informal workers, students, elders, and traditional leaders all have a seat at the table. As South Africans, we should be watching this process closely. We need to ask ourselves, are we finally ready to have real conversations about land, poverty, identity, race, and accountability? Or are we just rehearsing old slogans while the country sinks deeper into crisis? Ramaphosa's initiative has opened the door. Whether we walk through it together is now up to us. So, what do you think? Can this Eminent Persons Group succeed where others have failed? Do you trust the process, or are you expecting more political theater? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you, whether you're in Soweto, Stellenbosch, Mthatha, Kebra, or anywhere else in this beautiful but divided country. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more long-form analysis, and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time we drop a new episode. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay critical, and stay engaged. See you next time.